Hey everyone, it's Bailey from Making at the Midwest, and this is going to be a homecoming hair and makeup tutorial. My sister sent me a picture of her homecoming dress, this black and silver sequin number, and because I can't be there on the night of to do her makeup, she wanted me to do a tutorial for her so she could do it herself. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is prep my eyes with this Maybelline Color Tattoo. It's in the frosted white shade. I can't remember the exact shade name, but you can check the bottom bar for that. Then to set that, I'm using a silver shadow. This one is from the Tarte for True Blood palette from last year, but you can use any silver shadow you want to. Just pack that all over where you just put that base. Then I'm going in with my Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay, and I'm using a medium gray shadow, and I'm just using the fluffy end of the brush that comes with that palette to blend it all through my crease. Next, I'm taking the matte black from that same Naked 2 palette and I'm placing that on my outer corners, really keeping it to the outer corners, and then taking the fluffy brush that I was just using in my crease to blend that inward, but I want it super matte and dark black in the outer corners. Now I'm taking a skin tone primer. This one is Painterly by MAC. It's one of their paint pots, and I'm taking a thin liner brush and running that along my lower lash line because I'm about to apply a pretty pigmented color and I want it to really pop on top of that base. The color I'm using here is actually a purple from a pigment stack, a crushed metal pigment stack from MAC last Christmas, I believe, and Madison actually gave me this pigment stack last year. So I'm just using that on that same little Real Techniques liner brush and running that along my lower lash line. If you really want to get extra pigmentation out of this, use a purple liner or a purple base, any purple base you have, to really intensify that purple shade. Last for the eyes is the liner, and this is an Urban Decay shadow stick. I don't know the shade. It came in like a 4 or 5 pack last holiday season, but I think they still sell the full size. I'll look it up and put what shade it is in the bottom bar. So to get a relatively full coverage foundation that's going to last through a night of dancing and fun having, I'm using my Inglot foundation and just buffing that in with a Real Techniques buffing brush. Then to get rid of those under eye circles and fallout that I have, I'm using this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, which is an awesome, awesome concealer. I've really been loving it lately. Just using that on another kind of concealer brush by Real Techniques to buff that in. Then, because this is a special event, I am filling in my brows. This is a brow pencil by Kevin O'Quan, so I'm cleaning it up with the spoolie end first. And then I don't want our brows to be too bold because my eyes are so dramatic, so I'm really just using it to lightly shade in and kind of recreate the shape that I naturally have. For mascara, I'm using this IT Cosmetics mascara, which I really like because it has that little ball tip on the end, kind of like Benefit's They're Real, and it really just serves to help flare your lashes out at the end. I love it for that. Then to make sure my face makeup isn't going anywhere, I'm using Balm Sexy Mama, a translucent, well, it looks skin tone but it's translucent, and putting that all over to make sure my makeup doesn't budge. Then going in with kind of a berry tone plum blush, so it kind of matches that cool purple under my eyes. I'm placing that on the apples of my cheeks. Now I'm starting my lips off with a base. This is Peekaboo Neutral, a NYX liner, and that's just going to serve to help keep whatever you put on top of it in place longer, so your lip color lasts all night. Over top of that, I am then going to put this Revlon lip butter to give it kind of a more plummy, cooler glossy finish, and this I believe is in Fig something, Fig Jam or Plum Pudding, I don't know, I'll put the information in the bottom bar, but I'm just patting that all over that natural liner that I just put on. Alright, now it is time for the hair, and as you can see, I've done loose curls already. That's just to give my thin, fine hair some natural body in this romantic bun. So I started by taking the first, like the top third of my hair and teasing it. I used a round brush, you use whatever brush you use to tease your hair with. Then I used that volume and put it up in a ponytail, and I left 2 pieces in the front out. The 2 pieces are optional, they're going to be up out of the face anyway, but you could leave them down or not have them at all, just do a plain bun. So I separated my bun into 2 pieces, a top and a bottom component, and then I teased the top part. Just slightly, you don't want to mess up kind of what's on top, you still want that to be nice, but you do want to create some volume. Alright, then once you are done with that, let that down, take both pieces together, grab the bottom, and kind of give it a slight twist. Once the bun starts wrapping in on itself, let it. Just let it kind of do its thing. You kind of create your bun as you would normally, but you really want that kind of silky, glossy hair that was left unteased to face front, and it'll lay pretty nicely, and what you'll ultimately end up with is a donut bun without the sock or the donut piece that you typically need to use. Then secure that with some bobby pins, however many you need to make it work for you, and that's really it for the bun portion. Next, and this is the part that I said was optional, you can pin those 2 pieces that you left hanging up front back. If I had to do it over again, I would leave these a little bit closer to the face to leave it a little looser and more romantic. Either way, I think the dress she has, as glitzy and glamorous as it is, really just doesn't need that extra stuff in front. Then I took a brush, you can take the end of a teaser comb, and I just slightly lifted the hair around the crown of my head to give it a little more body and make it a little more romantic. And that is your finished makeup and hair look for Homecoming. Madison, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's what you wanted, and I hope anybody else watching this for their homecoming dance helped them too. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check the blog for reviews and tutorials and all that fun stuff, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!